Hey, what's going on, Internet? I'm your host, Manny Machine Gun Maniac, coming at you live via the Internet. We're here today to talk about GMOs, man. GMOs are no good. I'm coming at you with this public service announcement, bringing you about the GMOs. Yeah, man. Basically, they're no good, and our government's been poisoning us for the last 17 years now. Oh yeah, as you can notice, as always, not wearing a seatbelt, live free or die, god damn it. Don't forget, kids, you don't have to wear a seatbelt. Just don't drink and drive and shit, and you'll be alright. Seatbelt's your own choice, remember that. You're not hurting anybody but yourself. But anyway, let's get right into the GMOs. We don't have a lot of time here. Manny Machine Gun Maniac, live via the Internet, talking about GMOs. What are GMOs exactly? GMOs are genetically genetically modified organism. So, I mean, they've been making, GMO crap for, a long time now. They'll make it with a plant, they'll cross it with something else to make the plant do this, to make the plant do that. I mean, if you want to do that, I guess that's alright, because you're not really harming anything else, you're making a plant purple, whatever. But when you start putting that shit into people's foods, that's when I see the problem there. So basically, since 1996, this company, Monsanto, the same company that brought us the great, DDT, and, Agent Orange, that same company is now making our food. How do you feel about that? I'm not very excited about that. But anyway, this company Monsanto, basically in 1996, they start genetically altering corn. The big ones is corn, soy, sugar beets, and what the hell is canola oil. All those are mostly, genetically modified. And what they're doing is they're taking bacteria that is, from, like the weeds that have been, built resistance to Roundup, which is also their chemical, by the way. So we're buying the food from the same people that make the chemicals to kill bugs and shit. So we're buying our food from a chemical company. It doesn't sound good to me, America. It's time to wake up. But, and what they do is they genetically alter this corn to produce the pesticide on its own. It's inside the corn, and we're eating it. And not only that, they're also genetically modifying it to resist Roundup. So not only are we genetically modifying it to produce its own insecticide, but we are genetically altering it to take tons and tons and tons of Roundup, and we eat that shit, man. I got a yield over here. But anyway, we eat that shit, bro. Like, we're fucking with science here, and that's not good. And this stuff has been known to cause cancer. Lots, in rats they did studies, and it's caused huge tumors, birth defects, severe organ damage, kidney damage, liver damage, and they're pumping this shit to us, man. Like, they're sitting there and they're feeding it to us. I bet you the leaders of Monsanto are not eating this genetically modified corn. It's not real food, so when it's, when we eat this piece of corn that's been genetically modified. It doesn't exist in nature, so when it goes into our body's like, you're scratching his head and shit, the fuck is this shit, man? I don't know, friend or foe, what's going on? Let me know. Well, it's actually foe, and, this stuff is changing our genes as well. On the experiments done on the rats, which, by the way, let me add, Monsanto does not allow. It's very hard to get these seeds for testing now. It's very hard to get these seeds for testing because Monsanto makes all the people that purchase it sign a legal contract that it will only be used to be grown, not for testing. They do their own testing. So all the testing that's been done on these GMOs is from the company that's pumping it. Now, obviously, you know what I mean? They're going to try to cover up. They cover up. Monsanto's been known to, to cover up things. So, when they go to the one side of, and you ask, well, are they saying that these things are the same as corn or what? Well, it depends on what side of, Washington they're going to. If they're going to, the Food and Drug Administration, obviously they're going to go and they're going to say, well, it's the same. It's the exact same. There's no need to test this. But then when it comes down to them at the patent agency, you know what I mean? They're like, oh, no, we have the patent to this. This is our shit. We made this. It's totally different from regular corn, but they just told the other motherfucker that it was the same shit. So that's what I don't understand. We are totally, the government is totally covering up all the bad things that this GMO corn does. It's not real corn. It's unbelievable. It's not real. It's fake. It's carbon copied. We're not even eating. They even got salmon. They got fucking salmon coming out that's gonna be GMO. Now, come on. How the hell are you gonna eat something that wasn't made? You know what I mean? It's not natural. It's not found in nature. Oh, man, these GMOs. I don't know how to. We need to wake up, America. That's what it is. We need to wake up. We need to, realize what the government's doing here. I mean, because then they're going to try to pump these GMOs, worldwide. And they're going to be like, well, the Americans have been eating, they've been eating for 20 years and they didn't even know. Like, that's fucked up on behalf of our government, might I say. That's extremely fucked up, I think. We're basically the guinea pigs of this. Now, I mean, is there scientific proof that these are harmful? Yes, there is, but there's not enough of it because of Monsanto and how they make their, the farmers. It's all legal. They're all patented, and they have no problem going after the farmers and suing them for dumb shit. Suing them on some dumb shit. And the next seed that's coming out from Monsanto are going to be sterile. So they're going to grow one time and that's it. Farmers are not going to be allowed. Farmers right now are not allowed to replant the seeds from last year. According to Monsanto and their contract, you have to purchase new seed every year. So if they find out that you're, replanting seeds, you're fucked. They have no problem coming after the farmer. That's how you know it's obviously not a reputable company. Also, being that they're the same company that, like I said, brought us DDT and Agent Orange, Do you really want to buy your food from the people that made Agent Orange who said, oh, yeah, Agent Orange is safe, don't even worry about it? Then we got motherfuckers coming home from fucking Vietnam and shit all fucked up from this Agent Orange that was deemed safe by Monsanto. Now, these are the same people that are making our corn, our soy, our fucking, canola oils or canolas, and our fucking sugar beets. And they're trying to pump wheat. But it has not been approved. I believe America said no new GMOs, so we're just going to keep the ones we got, which is still bullshit. I think we need to ban it completely. Take it out. It's not natural. It was not made by God. I've also been hearing that Monsanto is looking to get into the marijuana, the medical marijuana field. I vote no. I say stay the hell out, Monsanto. Keep your fucking grubby little fucking hands off of mine and everybody else's goddamn pot. Because you know what? There's people that need that shit, and there's people that like that shit, and we don't need you coming in and fucking that shit up and making that shit bad. Making that shit bad for the body. Because right now, what the fuck are they making at? Right now, it is made by God. It is made for, it is made for human consumption. And we don't really need them coming in and, basically, messing things up. So, that's my view right there. GMOs, you gotta say no. They're causing cancer in kids. They're causing cancer in basically all of humanity. All of America. Japan has stopped imports with us due to an outbreak of GMO wheat, which has not been approved, but somehow it popped up in Oregon. So that's also saying that the other danger here is cross-contamination. This is basically going to contaminate all of our land by blowing, the blowing of leaves, transferring of leaves, pollen, whatever. So this GMO corn is going to, basically it's going to contaminate our land for a long time. Plus the amounts of Roundup that's sprayed in the dirt is unbelievable. Because these plants are, able to withstand it, they just dump it like it's water. They dump it, they drop it like it's hot. So yeah, all this also is contaminating our land. So we need to end the GMO now. We need to stop. Yeah, we need to stop the GMOs. We need to make a big enough stink so that the food companies stop putting GMOs in their foods. That's the first key. That's what's going on in Europe. Right now in Europe, it is, legal to have GMOs, but a lot of their food companies, Nestle, will not put GMOs in their food because they know the motherfuckers ain't gonna buy it. So we need to buy no GMO food. We need to get it labeled no GMO. We want all natural, baby. All natural here. And buy organic. You need to buy organic. You need to buy no project. I believe it's Project No GMO. Yeah, there are products out there, websites that, you can look up the GMOs, see what's going on, what you can buy to protect your family. You don't want that shit going on. This is a Manny machine gun public service announcement. This is Manny approved by me, myself, Manny the Maniac machine gun inside one of the most beautiful cars of all time in 1990, Nissan 300ZX. Yeah, man. Guys, go out, do your research, learn about GMOs, see what they're all about, see how they're affecting you and your family, your children. That's all I can say, man. I mean, if post 1996 has been all GMOs, pre 1996 has been all natural. We've seen the increase in diabetes, autism, lots of diseases that you don't see, as high of numbers in other places, other populated places, but you do see it in America because of the shit they feed us. So vote no on the GMO. I just want to state that the GMOs started back when George H. Bush was vice president for Nixon. He took a tour of Monsanto. Basically learned the ropes, saw what was going on. There's videos of it on YouTube. So that's where it all started. That's the regime that was basically saying, we need to not test this shit for safety. We need to just get it out there. Too much time, too much money to test for safety. Just get it out there. It's fine. It's normal. It's the same. Well, that's the regime that started it. Following that, we had, Clinton. We had George W. Bush, Obama, and they've all supported biotechnology. They've all supported putting GMOs in our food. I bet you they don't eat it though. I'm gonna put my money right there. I bet you they don't eat it. But yeah, man, say no to GMO. Learn about them. Check them out. Manny Machine Gun here live via the internet for the public service announcement in the 300ZX about GMOs. Get educated, learn about it, learn about the poisons of our government, and yeah, man, everybody live well and prosper. Remember to rock